Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're going to be doing a update on Amberlynn Reid, as well as just kind of looking into what's going on with her right now. Maybe do some updates on Valentine. Um, she's been kind of alluding to some health uh, issues that she's not been wanting to talk about. We might touch on those, but I do want to respect her privacy and not wanting to share exact details. And then we can also get some updates on her and her family dynamic now that her and her mom and now her grandma has been shown publicly on her channel, or their voices have been heard on their channel, on her channel. So I wanted to kind of take a look into some of those dynamics and see what's kind of coming up for Miss Amberlynn Reid, and just get some updates. So without further ado, let's get into it. So for Miss Amber, I'm a longtime Girl World watcher at this point. Am I a veteran? No. Have I been here more than a year, though? Yes, I've been here since about 2020 was when I kind of really got into it. And I'm invested at this point. I think the same with other people who are part of Girl World. You kind of just want to see, how is this going to end? Where are we going? And stuff like that. So let's just take a look here at Amber. I want to kind of look at just the different aspects of what she's got kind of going on in her life. The first one, so I'm going to do this, I think, similar to my very first reading I ever did on her, which I'll try and remember to link here up in the corner. And that is, I want to take a look at Amber and just how she is doing generally. I want to take a look at her health. Then we're going to take a look at her career and or finances, and then we'll also just take a look at her kind of moving forward, or no, her relationships. So we'll do familial relationships, romantic relationships. I'm just a little scattered. Her career and finances, and then also then we'll just do a brief health poll on stuff. So, all right, good to go here. So let's see what we get. So for Amber, let's look at her familial relationships currently. So she's showing up as the Queen of Swords. Challenges and or lessons currently, strength, and some advice, or just some clarifiers or alongside here. Okay, so when it looks like with her familial relationships, there definitely seems to be a line of communication for her. And I don't know if she's not the ringleader when it comes to her familial relationship. She's not the ringleader. Amber, in nearly all of my past readings, has either shown up as either some sort of pentacles, or more of that earth sign. Here we have this Queen of Swords. So this is someone, when it comes to familial relationships, the Queen of Swords is typically a feminine energy, but this is all just someone typically who speaks their mind, speaks clearly, and speaks not with authority, but with finesse. And is able to communicate very, very well. So it definitely feels like within the family, this could be her mom, this could be her grandmother, but typically more feminine energy here. They rule the roost. Also, I'm getting drawn to all the butterflies on this card, which I'm typically never notice, but there's a lot of butterflies, and so this is a person who has transformed a lot of themselves. So I think trying to transform the different like their relationship with Amber and those familial bonds. So honestly, I think this in relation to Amber and her familial relationships. I think this is her mom and her mom's this their relationship is transforming right now. Like it's becoming more open. There is more communication. There is stuff going on. The challenge here though is strength, and that is I think first things that have come to my mind here is it's like I have to learn how to put my sword down. It's like the hardest part is asking for help or telling people when things are wrong or getting the support or validation that's being needed and asking for it because it's like I'm afraid to ask for it. So I don't know if Amber and her mom or if even Amber will ever watch this video, but for them, I feel it definitely feels like for Amber on Amber's side, there's some reservations. And with her background that she has shared with us and her time in foster care and her time with just like those challenges or struggles that she's had with her family, especially women in her family, it seems. Uh, there's definitely there's challenges or hangups in being vulnerable with them. Those relationships have been strained, and I wouldn't doubt if there's struggles of just feeling like I can't communicate or what I have to say is going to go in one ear out the other. Uh, it just feels like there's a lot of reservations when it comes to I'm trying to let my walls down or my shields down. And to be 100% honest, it's like but I would think there's some unresolved tensions or conflicts or reservations that Amber and her mom and with her entire family just she harbors. And I think that's been a real struggle to try and communicate those, but also because like here's the thing. Almost every single person that I know has had doesn't always see eye to eye with their parents or doesn't see eye to eye with everyone around them. If you do, I mean, good for you, awesome. But you're going to have differing opinions every once in a while. You're going to have differing things. You're going to feel like there are certain things you probably shouldn't talk to. Like there are certain things that you can talk to your friends about, but those aren't the same things that you would maybe talk to your mom or dad about, right? So what it feels like here for Amber is there's been a lot of struggles in the past. There's been a lot of hangups, reservations, things said on both sides that they really can't come back. You can't restore what it was before. You can only kind of move forward with the new information that you have. So just seeing this here, it does make me feel that with Amber, I would highly suggest for her and her mom and maybe even her grandmother do family counseling. To be very, very blunt here. Because it feels like there's lots of things from childhood or struggles that have happened that Amber doesn't feel like she can talk about or she struggles to talk about with them because like the inner child or the inner wounds from that child haven't been addressed. And it's like I'm just seeing and hearing like I just want my mom and why can't I have my mom? And it's like breaking my heart because it feels like that's the inner part of Amber where it's like I just wanted my mom, and even though I have her now as an adult, there's still a part it feels like of I just want my mom at the end of the day, but I don't know what having my mom is like. And that's kind of it feels like the struggle when it comes with Amber and just her familial relationships and how they're being developed now as an adult and how and like there's the transition of there was like a transition of so you have a child parent adult child parent relationship, right? And now you're having a child parent adult relationship, and it's like we don't have that, and it feels like there's not a very strong basis from the child to parent relationship as like a minor, and navigating that now as an adult. I was like, it's very, very difficult. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, it's just kind of just some clarifying information. Uh, it does feel that there's been a lot of hangups. There has been harbored resentments. There has been things that just overall bad luck, bad opportunity, and just like it was bad timing. It was bad this. It was things just weren't done at that point in time, and there's nothing you can do to go back and change that. There's only trying to heal moving forward, and it feels like currently that healing process is just, it's like we haven't spun the wheel yet, almost, because we're still like treading the waters, and we're looking around, and we have like our hands up to try and figure out what's going on. So it's like we haven't there's things that I think want to be addressed, but we aren't there quite yet. Because like we you know how they have the Wheel of Fortune, no, Wheel of Fortune, or the Price is Right, and I'm just seeing the giant prize wheel, and it's like, and when they're, and like, it's like you have to spin the wheel to see what you're gonna get. It's like, when it feels like in this energy, it's like they're trying to spin the wheel, but the wheel isn't moving because we aren't trying to spin it quite yet. It's like we're still trying to figure out the word before we spin it. Might be, is like the analogy that's kind of coming to my mind. So, okay, here. This makes me, there's stuff going on, there's healing occurring, but it does feel like there is some fear and just some reservations and some holdups, and it's like, once you go down that path, like, you're not coming back, and it's just like, we just haven't spun that wheel yet, especially when in relation with familial relationships and Amber. Okay. Let's go into her, oh boy. Oh boy. Let's just do a quick thing here with Amber and just her overall health. So, well, so we have the Devil. Challenges. Oh boy. And, okay. So for Amber's health, it definitely feels like things have taken a turn for the worse. I mean, I've seen her recent videos that she has posted, where things, I think she's mentioned she's on antibiotics. She's mentioned that things are, that like she's getting on Ozempic or semaglutide through the med spa that she has been in, and looking at the 3 cards that we pulled here for her health in general. So her health, the energy around it is the Devil reversed. So it's not good. And we know that she has gone into patterns before of, excuse me, she's gone into patterns before of overeating and binging and dieting, and then doing dieting, and then doing exercise, and then addressing things, but then falling off the wagon, and then getting back on the wagon, and then falling back off. So it definitely feels like her health, like when people are like, oh, does she have a health issue? Oh, this, that, and the other thing. Yes, there's a lot of issues that have kind of come up, and I think have gotten quite serious for her, and kind of just going into her energy a little bit. I do feel tightness in my chest, again, and I think I did a scant health reading on her back in, for my first video actually on this channel, and so I'm still feeling some of those same things coming up here, with the challenges here. We have the Death card, which is, some would say, it could be taken literally here, but also death is also about a time of rebirth as well. It's like things need to end so new things can come up. So what I'm feeling here, do I want to say that? How do I want to say this? Do I feel like Amber's health is in a good spot? No. Do I think she's telling us do I think she the reason why she's not telling us everything is because I think if she would tell us the whole truth, I think it would be quite shocking. It would be shocking. I think people would be looking at it in as someone who has quite a bit of empathy and someone who is like, I just want to see everyone do the best that they can. I would be like, Amber, I want you to get your shit together, and like this is scary. Like I would be really scared for her, if she would probably come out and tell us the extent of what is actually going on behind the scenes. And you know what? I'm gonna let her discuss what she wants to discuss on her health, in her own time. I'm just gonna say it's worse than what she's probably letting on, and as someone who just wants to see people do their absolute best and live a healthy long life, I'm really scared for her, when it comes to, I think, the issues that she's dealing with right now, when it comes to her health. Because also here we have the Ten of Wands, which, this is a burden. Like, you're carrying a ton of shit on your back. She's carrying a ton of weight that's on her back. I know she's been starting. Well, shit. Hold on a second here. Sorry about that. I just moved my leg and it unplugged all of my lighting. So, okay, go ahead. Well, isn't that kind of poignant? Like I said, things I think are more dire for Amber, than what she's letting on. We'll kind of just leave it at that, especially when it comes to her health. I believe that there's probably been some scares as well that have been kind of behind the scenes. And she's carrying a lot of stuff on her with this Ten of Wands here, just showing up. And I will say this other part here, the reason why I believe that she's going on this semi-glutide, aka Ozempic, aka Mounjaro, aka Wegovy, there's everyone's like, oh, it's like, oh, she's just trying to do it because needs to lose weight at a rapid pace because she wants to, because someone's coming or this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, I think it's not because it's not a vanity thing at this point. I wouldn't doubt if that she needs to lose weight rapidly because there's other health issues that require some additional medical needs, that might require her to be put under anesthesia or go in for surgery or this, that, and the other thing. And her losing weight rapidly is at a necessity at this point rather than out of a vanity thing. So that's what I'm gonna say here on her health. Like I said, this is really kind of, I think, up to her on what she chooses to share. That's kind of what I'm going to leave it at. If you're upset about that, feel free to let me know in the comments. But otherwise, that's all I'm going to say. Thank you. Okay, next, going into her career here, aka her YouTube legacy. I know, wrong words, wrong girl, but YouTube legacy, her career, her channel, and what's kind of going on with that right now. So we have the King of Swords. Ooh. The challenge here is the Queen of Wands, and just some additional information. Oh. Okay. So. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So when it comes to her career, so what's she's kind of showing up right now is this King of Swords. This is someone who's speaking clearly, um, communication, 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 right? And this is kind of also about some transparency. So I do believe within Amber's career and her channel, kind of moving forward, there's going to be a little bit more granularity when it comes to, or transparency, some would say, to what's kind of going on in her life. Uh, she's speaking clearer, but I don't think she's speaking more and being more transparent. However, I think she's doing it with a less laissez-faire attitude that she has in the past when she was like in her 20s, where, you know what, let her fly, I don't care what I say, right? So that's what I kind of feel like for her coming up. However, the challenge here is this Queen of Wands energy. So some would say this is a passion, or like her passion for YouTube or her career is kind of falling to the wayside. Uh, However, what I'm seeing this as is, I think there's a feminine or female creator or female individual who's gonna come onto YouTube and I think is gonna say some shit. This is someone, the Queen of Wands is someone who's bold, beautiful. I'm saying this is like bold, beautiful, has shit to say and is gonna say it and doesn't really have that much of a filter. So I do feel that there is someone coming on YouTube that is going to be causing quite a bit of a stir for Amber and her career kind of moving forward here. Um, my initial thoughts or reactions here is I think this could be wifey, allegedly conspiracy, whatever. But I do feel like this person is going to be causing significant challenges for Amber, whoever this might be. Maybe this is one of her other exes. Maybe this is someone else. But it definitely feels like there's someone coming on here that's going to be causing a lot of issues for Amber when it comes to her career. Looking here though with the Nine of Cups, it's like she has made it with her career or her stuff on YouTube. I don't see her leaving YouTube anytime soon. I think with this uptick in transparency, she's going to get a bigger uptick on views on her channel. So I don't think she's going anywhere. Do I think her audience, yes, has dwindled from what it has been? 100%. Has it definite, but is it staying pretty consistent and hasn't fallen off? No. And I don't think it is. I think there is going to be a significant change here for her when it comes to just what she's doing for her career, what she's doing for for herself in YouTube, and she's coming at things smarter as well. So like instead of saying things off the cuff without thinking, like she's putting more thought and effort into what she's saying and how she's saying it. So, like I said, I don't think her career is going to be suffering anytime soon. I think there's definitely going to be an uptick here for her when it comes to views, as there's going to be more of a level, there is going to be a bigger level of transparency, in my opinion. Okay, now let's look at Amber's love life or romantic relationships. My goodness. Okay. So we have the Five of Swords. So I apologize if you guys can hear any noises from my upstairs neighbors. So, so we have the Five of Swords here as just the general energy for her, for her in romantic relationships. So I don't know if she's in a relationship now. I know we've had the rumors of Valentine as of late who's come up here, but what I'm seeing here for her is that I don't think she's in a relationship currently. Do I think she's still searching? Yes. However, I think she's burned some bridges, or she's maybe pushed too hard. Because she's still showing up as the single person while the others are kind of flying away. So I do feel that there is some level of, when it comes to finding a partner, she hasn't found the one, or found someone to be with her or want to be with her right now. Because this is still a very single type of energy that she's in. And a lot of the struggles that she's having when it comes to getting this next partner, one, she's put her life out online quite a bit. However, with this Five of Wands here, there's a lot of discourse online about her. There's also a lot of discourse within her. So how I would interpret this, I'm just going to pull one more clarifier card here. Amber is searching. Amber, I think, is looking for love. She's looking for someone to share her life with. However, she's got a lot of stuff that she's had to address, and things that she's addressing now that have kind of been pushed to the forefront versus maybe this. So, like, her health has been pushed to the forefront right now. Her career has been pushed to the forefront right now. Relationships are kind of not on the table. However, since that's such an important integral part, it seems like, to her channel growth and her channel and her YouTube career or job, there has definitely been something of like, I'm always looking, I'm always searching. However, it has been turned not into a priority because she's got a lot of stuff going on internally. She's got internal stuff that she's struggling with. When it comes to talking with other people, or even just even when it just comes to talking, with like new prospective partners, I feel like there is a little bit of an ick people get, and that's just maybe from it's like negative self-talk that Amber will do, or just when she's conveying things or talking about things going on in her life. I think there's more of a negative or pessimistic look on it that she might spin it as. And it's not that I think she wants her life to be negative or full of angst and stuff like that. It's just that's what she's known. And as she's looking for a partner, I don't think that's a big turnoff or a red flag for some, which has kind of led to, I think, some people leaving or flying away in this situation with the cards. And it's just, with all of it, it's she's still sitting by herself, and because everyone seems to fly away due to just getting an ick or just some negative just getting an ick, essentially. So that's what I'm seeing here for Miss Amber when it comes to this. If you guys like this, let me know in the comments down below. If there's anything else you really want me to look at, let me know as well. I just wanted to do something really quick here on Amber. There's been some questions and there's been some updates. However, I haven't done a reading on her for a bit, and I always like diving into kind of what's going on with Amber. It's one, there's a lot, I think, that goes on behind the scenes. However, there's always a lot of questions, and there's always a lot of what's the truth of a situation, what isn't the truth of a situation, and I just really enjoy doing these. So thank you so very, very much for watching, and if you have liked, comment, or subscribed, I really just want to say a great big thank you to all of you. So I hope to see you guys in the next one, and with that, I will say goodbye.